the spotlight on what I think is the world's most beautiful city. It's nice here, right?
Well, it's always like this too, isn't it? Not a cloud in the sky, I heard.
Actually, never.
No. Okay, never at all. We've got plenty of big stars coming down the red carpet, which we'll be interviewing and bringing that to you, and we'll get to them in just a second. But first of all, the Pho3nix Foundation is a wonderful purpose. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, tonight is all about the power of sports to unite people, to unite community, and of course, to inspire.
That's exactly right. Pho3nix runs incredible programs all across the world, really connecting local initiatives to what is a global community, and we'll see that across the course of the next hour or so. And it is about sort of assistance, but it is also about leadership and inspiration, as you said, and we've got some truly inspiring sports people here tonight.
Yeah, we've got some rising stars, and we have also got some world-class athletes, as for example, Usain Bolt is here. And we've got Froome, 4-time Tour de France winner, and I am especially looking forward to talk to Nicola Spirig, Swiss Olympic gold medalist, and I think she'll understand my Swiss German a little better than you do.
Well, 0 is what I understand it, but that's okay. I have no idea what you're saying. But Nicola, it's good that you mentioned her because she's been around with Pho3nix as a mentor and ambassador for such a long time. And right now, if you don't know about Pho3nix, we're going to show you a little bit of what it's all about.
Sport has the power to change the world. But not everybody has the chance to get involved. Our purpose is to drive global change through sporting inspiration.
Good top speed, like it.
Supporting children across the world to be active and enjoy the benefits of sport. By bringing our purpose to life through kids events, in-school and community sport programs, as well as funding the next generation of inspiring athletes, we are shaping young lives across Africa, Asia, Oceania, Europe and beyond. Brightening futures, uniting societies, supporting potential. Pho3nix is sport with purpose.
Look at those incredible shots live from the Dolder Grand here in the hills above Lake Zurich. A perfect spot, and it's a perfect reason as well, the Pho3nix Sport with Purpose Gala. You had a little bit of a taste there of what Pho3nix is all about, but of course you can find out more at pho3nixfoundation.com or on our Instagram. Now, obviously at the top of the show, we need to talk to the men that started it all, and I'm of course talking about Pho3nix Foundation founder Sebastian Kulczyk is here, the CEO, Wojciech Krzyzewski, and the Executive Chairman and also Ironman and Triathlon World Champion Chris McCormack is here. And Seb, we'll start with you. It's been now 5 or 6 years.
First of all, he's not that tall. He's not
No.
that tall. I'm not that
That's
short.
true. That's true. That's right. They're all on a slope. Okay, so you don't want to get that off the chest straight away.
It's this whole event is all about joy and fun. So sorry for the jokes, but this is the atmosphere we have over here, and let's hope that everyone who's coming here tonight will have as much fun and joy as we have doing what we do here.
Yeah, and that's what we're here for, to support the movement, and that's what you called it 5 or 6 years ago, a movement, and Pho3nix has grown from a team of 6 athletes to now this. You must really feel like the movement is gaining momentum.
I think it's already gained momentum a few years ago, but now it's like a snowball, It's getting bigger and bigger, and I hope that it's only going to, pick up on speed, because our ambitions are huge.
Yeah.
We've reached out to 1.5 million kids already, and this is just the beginning. I mean, hopefully next time we will be able to say that it's 2-3 million children, maybe one day even 10 million. That's. But I can't even say it's an ultimate goal, because the ultimate goal is to have millions and millions and millions of children around the world joining us, joining this movement, as you rightfully called it, and simply enjoying life through sport.
And that's what it is all about. The Pho3nix Foundation, founded 5 or 6 years ago. And Wojciech, it must be incredible for you as CEO to see such an array of superstars, leaders, mentors, all of whom have had a hand already in the Pho3nix movement and continue to do so.
It's a pure magic. I mean, all these 6 years now, it's been just incredible journey, working with great athletes, with great kids, and with our partners, delivering all different programs and supporting, inspiring young generations around the world is just something magical. And having today also all these big legends, stars that we are surrounded with during this gala is just something that amazes everyone, I think, and it creates a magical moment here.
Well, it's talking of big stars. You've got one right next to you, your business partner.
Well, he used to be.
Used to, exactly.
I'm a big
used to be.
star.
Yeah, well, Macca, let's talk about the ethos. I mean, you come from a background in sport and you brought the ethos that you had in sport through to this, and it expands out across the programs. What is the Pho3nix ethos all about, and how has it sort of evolved as time's gone on?
Oh, the evolution of it's been remarkable. But the ethos is just to be active, to encourage kids to get involved in sport, to play. And that was sort of, we sat there a few years ago and talked about the inactivity of children and what we could do to try and engage kids to get back out and play again. Everyone's so digitally connected now, but play is sort of lost. And to think to where we are today, sitting here in Zurich to deliver our first ever gala, and the amount of talent that's in the room that are supporting our mission is truly remarkable. So it's a very, very proud moment, I think, for the three of us, and yeah, we're really looking forward to a great evening.
You're not hands off, all three of you. You turn up to all of these events, and said, well, I guess we'll ask you. I mean, there's been a lot of standout moments. You turn up around the world to different things, and you get a lot of joy out of it. I've seen that as well. Is there any standout memories from the Pho3nix journey so far that jump out to you?
Look, every smile that I see on a kid's face is a great, and it's a great reward for me, for us, for everyone who's involved, because this is all what it's all about, right? I mean, I don't want to say there's this one particular moment, because every moment, and literally every moment, is a great joy and a great satisfaction.
And I guess the same for you guys as well. You do so much for it. And Wojciech, just one last question for you. I mean, the future of Pho3nix, as Seb says, it's unlimited. But in the near future, I mean, what can we expect to see from Pho3nix as it continues to grow?
Well, obviously, as Sebastian said, it's what we would like to achieve. It's unlimited. Our aim is to go endlessly and reach as many children around the world as possible. At the moment, we have 1.5 million that we already reached, and we are able to support. So I think if we double that within the next 2 years, we will be really happy and satisfied, and then just grow and grow. And this is our target.
Well, just infinity. So there's no target. We just continue on. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Go and enjoy the evening with all of the array of incredible superstars that are going to be in there. Mac is going to be the least important man in the room instead of the most important for once, which is good. And speaking of incredible stars, we'll go down now to the red carpet, which is actually green, but we're going to call it the red carpet, with one of the great Swiss stars alongside her.
I'm here with Nicola Spirig, Olympic champion in triathlon, and from Switzerland. That's why I'm going to speak Swiss German to her. Nicola, sehr schön, dich da zu haben. Du bist seit 2014 im Lead von diesem Projekt Pho3nix Kids bei Nicola Spirig. Was bedeutet dir das Projekt?
Es bedeutet mir sehr, sehr viel. Ich glaube, das zeigt auch, dass wir schon so viele Jahre das Projekt haben in der Schweiz, und dass eben Pho3nix unterstützt, ist extrem wichtig. Und ich glaube, das ist eine unglaublich gute Zusammenarbeit zwischen unserer Stiftung und den Kindertriathlons in der Schweiz und zwischen Pho3nix, die das eben weltweit macht.
Man hat damit auch Tausende von Kindern den Einstieg in den Triathlonsport ermöglicht.
Ja, das Lustige ist eben nicht nur im Triathlon, und das ist auch nicht die Meinung. Also es soll wirklich ein Tag sein, ein Event sein, wo die Kinder Spass haben am Sport, wo die Kinder können ausprobieren können, wie Triathlon ist, aber vor allem sich bewegen. Und ich glaube, wir haben jetzt eben über die Jahre haben wir schon Kinder, die jetzt an den Olympischen Spielen waren, im Fünfkampf. Wir haben im Nazi-Kader von Langlauf, wir haben Ruderer, wir haben Schwimmer, und das ist mega cool.
Du bist auch ein Teil vom Pho3nix Sub-7, Sub-8 Projekt, wo die Grenzen vom Ausdauersport verschoben worden sind. Um was ist es dort gegangen?
Dort ist es eben genau um das gegangen. Einerseits, um zu schauen, hey, Pho3nix-like eben, wir können Grenzen verschieben, wir schauen, wo die Limiten sind, wir setzen uns keine Grenzen. Und andererseits, aber vor allem, ist es darum gegangen, um Aufmerksamkeit für die Stiftung zu generieren und um eben zu zeigen, dass wir Vorbilder sind für Kinder wiederum, dass sie sehen, hey, es ist sehr, sehr viel möglich und sie können auch sehr viel erreichen.
Vorbilder ist ein gutes Stichwort. Du bist natürlich heute auch ein Vorbild für die nächsten Generationen, die kommen. Wie wichtig ist es eben, dass man jemanden hat, zum Aufschauen?
Ich glaube, es kann wahnsinnig inspirierend, motivierend sein, wenn man so ein Vorbild hat und eben auch ein bisschen den Weg zeigen. Also zeigen, hey, das haben schon andere vor mir gemacht, das ist möglich und ich glaube, das ist wichtig. Es braucht ganz viel anderes noch, es ist nicht das Einzige, was es braucht, aber es ist wichtig, dass man solche Vorbilder hat.
Noch zu dir ganz persönlich, der Abend als Teil von der Pho3nix-Familie, was bedeutet er dir, wie fühlst du dich da zu sein?
Ich freue mich mega. Es ist die erste Charity-Gala von Pho3nix. Ich bin extrem gespannt und ich freue mich sehr, weil wir sicher andere Athleten da haben, solche, die ich gut kenne, solche, die ich aber auch noch nie getroffen habe. Und es kommen Menschen zusammen von der ganzen Welt, die eigentlich den gleichen Zweck erfüllen und sich einsetzen, um eben Kindern einen gesunden Lebensstil zu zeigen und ihnen helfen, auf den Weg zu kommen. Ich glaube, das ist ein wunderschöner Purpose für den Abend.
Genießt den Abend ganz, ganz fest. Danke vielmals, Nicola Spirig. Thank you very much. And now over to you, Will.
I didn't understand a word of that, but I imagine it was very positive about the Pho3nix Foundation. Don't worry, the rest of it's going to be in English just about as we continue our amazing evening here under the sunshine. I'm assured that in Zurich it's always warm and sunny, and we'll have some big stars coming up very, very soon. Usain Bolt, the best over 100 and 200, will be here soon. But I tell you what, he can't do 3,300 kilometres. Chris Froome can, 7-time Grand Tour winner, and he stands alongside me right now. Chris, before I ask you anything about the foundation or anything else, are you okay? You had a very big crash just a few weeks ago, so thank you for making the effort to come.
Oh, it's my absolute pleasure, and I think this was really a motivation for me to try and push in terms of the rehab and getting out of hospital in time, just to be ready for this event, because it sounds like it's going to be an amazing evening.
Well, that is very, very kind of you, and I'm glad that we could provide your motivation. So that one's free of charge. Obviously, you've had such a long career, and through it has been multiple examples of resilience and determination, and these are kind of things that the foundation tries to teach kids as well. How important is I guess, that mental game and just learning those skills to be able to have a long career in sport, which we hope some of these athletes do?
I think you've hit the nail on the head. I mean, I think it really, and it does go back to those formative years, those early years with youngsters, and really that's what professional sport is about. It's resilience, it's learning. It's easy to be a sportsman when everything is going great, but sports, the reality is it's just not like that, especially in a sport like cycling where you're on two little wheels like this. You tend to hit the ground a fair few times. You've got to be able to learn how to deal with setbacks, and teaching youngsters that resilience and that setbacks are not failures. They're just part of the journey. I think that's extremely important.
Well, I mean, cycling is one of those, it's a wonderful sport. It's a little bit like running, and we'll have Usain here just a little bit later on. And he'll be a little bit taller than you, but he'll be up the hill a little bit more too. And me, don't worry about it. But it's one of those fundamental skills, isn't it? Running, cycling, swimming are these fundamental skills. And even so, there are plenty out there that don't have access to even a bicycle. And to be able to provide a little bit more like that, and to allow kids to be able to move early in their life, I imagine that's incredibly important.
I very much think so, and especially having grown up myself in Nairobi in Kenya, seeing what it means to a kid to have an opportunity and being given an opportunity in a sporting sense. Those opportunities are few and far between. So, I mean, it's just incredible to see what Pho3nix has been doing, and the opportunity, the lives that Pho3nix is changing, really.
It reminds me of it. We support a program in India called Ek Cycle, I think it's called. One Daughter, One Cycle. So, and it provides bicycles to young Indian women to allow them the freedom to get out of home, to make it to go to school, to go and get a job. It kind of broadens horizons, and it made me think about, as a cyclist myself, how that universal feeling of freedom when you get on a bike, I mean, you'd have it still now, and there's something addictive about that, whether you're Chris Froome or whether you're jumping on a bike for the first time.
100%, and that was, for me, as a kid growing up in East Africa, that's the same bug that bit me. I mean, I got on a bike, and the bike was my freedom. It was my freedom, my ability to experience the nature, especially in East Africa. It was incredible, and it was hard not to fall in love with the bike.
I think one of the auction items tonight is a chance to ride with you in Monaco. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, what do you think that'll go for? Because I have like $400. Is that enough?
You might need a mate or two. To
Okay,
kind of,
right. All right. No problem.
No, but yeah, jokes aside, it's hopefully going to be a really cool day. I'll take someone up some of the sort of more iconic climbs that we do sometimes in the Tour de France and stuff like that, and get to show them what the sort of professional side of the sport looks like.
Well, make sure you break them, okay? Emotionally.
That's part of the package.
Chris, thank you so much. It's been such an honour to talk to you. Enjoy your night. Go in there and I guess your hand's going to be sore from shaking.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, it's going to be a huge night, just one of a galaxy of stars that we are welcoming. A little bit later on, we're going to be speaking to 8-time Olympic gold medalist Usain Bolt, and then also the 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. I'm going to be feeling very small this entire time. 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua, is here as well, all of whom do so much work to support lots of different legacies, but also the Pho3nix Foundation as well. And we not only are speaking to the big stars at the end of their career or have reached the zenith, we also support lots of stars who are on their way up. And part of the Pho3nix junior team, we've got one athlete who's an absolute prodigy tennis player, and he is right now with Annette.
Yeah, I've got Flynn Thomas with me, emerging young tennis player from Switzerland, and that's why I'm going to switch back to Swiss-German. Flynn, super, dich da zu haben heute Abend. Du bist auch schon länger ein Teil von der Pho3nix-Familie. Wie wichtig ist für dich der Support, die Unterstützung?
Pho3nix hat mir mega viel geholfen finanziell, weil, wie man weiß, vielleicht Tennis ist ein mega teurer Sport und sie haben mir eben in dem Sinne mega viel geholfen und sie haben mich auch immer in jeder Situation immer voll supportet und ich bin mega dankbar einfach für das.
Wie wichtig ist es, dass man jemanden hat, der einem glaubt?
Ich finde es sehr wichtig, weil Tennis auch gerade ein Einzelsport ist es eben extrem wichtig und ja, sie haben immer an mich geglaubt und ja, es ist einfach wirklich ein gutes Team.
Du wirst als Tennis-Wunderkind betitelt. Wie fühlt sich das für dich eigentlich an?
Ja, ich meine, ich weiß eigentlich auch nicht genau, wie ich mit dem umgehe, aber ich nehme es einfach relativ easy. Ich mache einfach mein Ding und konzentriere mich einfach auf mich selber.
Was findest du inspirierend am Tennis oder was fasziniert dich daran?
Dass einfach das Match nie fertig ist bis zum letzten Punkt und man das Match immer kann drehen in jeder Situation. Und ja, ich liebe einfach auf dem Platz zu stehen und kämpfen. Ja.
Erzähl uns noch ein bisschen über die Erfahrung in Wimbledon. Wie hast du es erlebt? Was hat es für dich bedeutet, dort zu sein?
Ja, ich habe jetzt schon zweimal in Wimbledon spielen, letztes Jahr und das Jahr. Und es sind zweimal wirklich unglaubliche Erlebnisse gewesen, auf dem Rasen zu spielen. Und ja, es ist wirklich einfach unglaublich. Ja.
Was bedeutet es dir, heute da zu sein mit ein paar der grössten Athleten der Welt, aber auch vielen Newcomern wie du?
Ich muss sagen, ich bin ein bisschen nervös, weil ich viele von diesen Stars noch gar nie gesehen habe in Real Life. Und ja, ich bin einfach mega motiviert, da zu sein heute Abend und ich freue mich mega.
Gibt es jemanden, der dich besonders darauf freust, um N oder sie zu sehen?
Ja, der James, ich weiß den Nachnamen nicht genau, aber
James Corden?
Genau, ja, den finde ich mega lustig und ja, ich würde mich freuen, den zu sehen und auch ein Bild machen können.
Ja, auf den freue ich mich auch. He's looking forward to meeting James Corden, as do we. I'm going to do an interview later with him. Aber zuerst schließen wir noch sehr gerne das Interview mit dir ab. Was sind deine Ziele für die Zukunft im Tennis und mit der Pho3nix Foundation?
Im Tennis sind meine Ziele ganz klar, nächstes Jahr Grand Slams zu gewinnen bei den Junioren und langfristiges Ziel, irgendwann hoffentlich bei den Profis das Grand Slam gewinnen und so weit wie möglich einfach kommen und nie aufgeben. Und von Pho3nix, ich hoffe, sie tun mich finanziell immer noch weiter supporten und ich bin mega dankbar für alles, was sie für mich gemacht haben.
Du bist ja noch sehr jung. Wie fühlt es sich an? Also, es ist ja manchmal vielleicht auch nicht ganz so einfach in diesem Alter, sich immer zu motivieren für den Sport und alles zu geben, während dem Kollegen vielleicht irgendwie im Ausgang sind oder so.
Ja, ich meine, das ist etwas, was ich liebe, das Tennis spielen und ich will das ja auch machen, darum ist für mich wie normal nicht in den Ausgang gehen oder so, weil ich das erreichen will und ich jeden Tag wirklich immer das Beste gebe im Training und auch im Match.
Danke vielmals. Thank you so much, Flynn and Thomas. That was the fantastic interview with the young tennis player from Switzerland.
I feel like I've watched him growing up slowly. He's been part of the team for the last 3 or 4 years, and Flynn Thomas just continues to go from strength to strength as we continue to enjoy the incredible weather and this incredible surroundings of the Dolder Grand. The guests are strolling the red carpet, which is actually green and coming in basically a flotilla of incredibly expensive cars that I wish I could afford, to enjoy what is going to be a huge night here. As we said, James Corden and Laura Woods will be hosting the gala evening as the stars continue to arrive and be shown down to the Glambot, which we'll get to in just a second as well, to enjoy what is going to be no doubt an incredible evening. That is Rebecca Adlington, which we'll talk to in just a second, the incredible swimmer from Great Britain. But right now, a 7-time, am I right? 7-time world champion, Javier Gomez, who stood next to me for a second and then got pushed out of the way for Chris Froome. So I'm sorry about that, mate.
That's all right, I'll take that. That's okay. If it's Chris, that's okay.
Yeah, there's not many people here who could overrule Javier Gomez having been a multiple world champion, but Chris is probably one of them. Not only have you had an incredible 20 years at the top of the sport, but also you're giving so much back to it as the ambassador for the Spanish Pho3nix Kids Triathlon Series. You must get so much out of that. Do you really enjoy that?
I really do. I really enjoy that. It's a privilege to be the ambassador for Pho3nix Kids in Spain and see, the races growing and growing, having more races, more kids participating, and especially that seeing the kids involved and getting into the sport that I love, and doing some kind of physical activity. And we're motivated to keep growing and keep having more kids, and it's going really well so far.
What I really like about triathlon, and as I do it myself really slowly compared to you or pretty much anyone else, is that it combines 3 really foundational skills that upon which you can build so many other skills. So swimming, biking and running is so important, isn't it? And teaching them and watching them come back year on year and get better must be great to watch.
It is great to watch. The 3 main sports, I would say, in my opinion, the fact that combining the 3 of them, that's what hooked me into the sport back in the day, and I'm sure that's very appealing for many kids. And but whether if it's triathlon or a different sport, it's important to have the youth doing physical activity, moving around, and being healthy and being fit. Yeah.
Are you still training? Are you still staying fit?
Yeah, I'm also with the Spanish Federation working as a coach, and I train a lot with my athletes as well. And I still enjoy it. I'm retired, but I think triathlon, you are triathlon forever.
Yeah.
I'm just not competing at a professional level, but I'm still enjoying the sport, still keep myself fit, and enjoying it from a bit more relaxed perspective.
One of the great things about triathlon, and it would be the same for all sports, is that there's a community feel to it. And I think the community is so great in triathlon because everyone's bad at least one part of triathlon. Yeah. So there's no egos when it comes. You get humbled in triathlon, no doubt. But the sporting connection and the community, when you welcome people in, that gives them something to hold on to for life. So as you say, you finish, but you still love it because you turn up and you enjoy the connection with people.
You enjoy the connection. It's a lifestyle, and it's a very special sport in that way. I started as a swimmer at different sports, and the feel that there's in triathlon with the people, with your rivals, with your friends, you make friendships forever. Even with true rivals that you've been fighting for world titles, and I can still, I go to see Mario Mola and I call him and I go for dinner with him. He's a great friend, and not long ago we were fighting for a world title. So that's something really special for our sport, and I really appreciate and enjoy that.
Speaking of rivals, we're going to have Alistair Brownlee turn up in just a second. So you've arrived first, so at least you've got that over him. So you've won that race.
I won this time. It's not easy to beat Alistair.
It must be good to be able to catch up with old rivals like this, and a host of other incredible sporting superstars as well.
Yeah, it is, in a more relaxed environment than racing. When you go racing, you're focused on what you have to do, and you just want to beat your rival. But seeing, like Alistair, he's also retired, and chat about all battles and how we see the sport from a different perspective now. I think it's really interesting, and look forward to seeing him.
Well, thank you for so much work that you do for the Pho3nix Foundation. Long may it continue. Enjoy the evening tonight, and we're going to head down now to Annette, who's got one of our co-hosts for the evening.
Yeah, it is Laura Woods, host of tonight's show. Laura, what does it mean to you to be hosting tonight's charity gala?
Special. I feel very lucky to do it, and alongside James as well, who, especially in our country, is just so well known and so well loved. So for the 2 of us to be able to do it together, it means a lot to me. It's a special thing.
Why do nights like this, which celebrate the power of sport, feel so special to be a part of?
I think because anybody who's involved in sport feels a certain buzz about it naturally, especially if you get to work in live sport and especially if you've grown up on it as well. And I've done all of those things. Sport's pretty much given me everything that I have, including my career, all of my friends, all that sort of thing. So I think it's very hard to not be moved by sport. And then when you get everybody into one room and you get to celebrate it in this way and really see how tangible that is, that's like, yeah, a really cool thing.
How big is the excitement to welcome so many world-class athletes tonight, as well as rising stars?
Yeah, massive. Literally, like over my shoulder there, I can see Lawrence Dallaglio. I just bumped into Anthony Joshua. Rebecca Adlington's over there. Everywhere you look, there's like an amazing sports person. So that is, yeah, very cool.
Tonight is all about inspiring children and creating opportunities through sport. How important is it to be part of telling that story?
Oh, so important. I've got a little 7-month-old baby at home, and the biggest and best thing I think I can do for him is to get him involved in sport and build up his confidence and his personality and his friends and all that sort of stuff. And I've been that little girl as well, so I know what it means to kids. So like I am a massive advocate of that, of getting kids involved, especially at a very young level and grassroots.
So enjoy the night. Thank you very much, Laura Woods.
You look beautiful. Thank you so much.
So do you. Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy. Thanks, guys.
All right, there is Chris Froome, the 7-time Tour winner, or Grand Tour winner, who's enjoying the green carpet here at the Dolder Grand, which is an absolutely magnificent location to be. So many thanks to him as well, who comes after being so badly injured just a few weeks ago. Looks pretty good, and now it's time for yet another groundbreaker. I feel just overwhelmed with the amount of stars that come and stand next to me, and now we've got another one, Rebecca Adlington, who really, when I say groundbreaker, really broke new ground back in Beijing in 2008. It had been a little bit of a medal drought for great British swimmers, and what we really like here at the Pho3nix Foundation is people who, I guess, reset the expectations and break through barriers and really inspire, and you're certainly one of those people. And even now I can see that you've got the Olympic rings ring on.
I do, yeah. Always have this bad boy on.
Oh, no doubt. And that's exactly what... Did you get the tattoo as well when you went to Beijing?
I mean, every swimmer has the tattoo.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just part of being a swimmer, I think.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's a swimmer thing.
If you can do the tattoo, you've got to turn up to every single one of those places. You have a line out the door of people. But first of all, how are you? Are you all well? Have you made the trip down from the UK to what it turns out is an incredibly lovely and warm Zurich?
I know. I couldn't believe it. I live in Manchester.
Oh, well, my apologies.
Yeah, exactly. And it's always raining, always wet, and then landed here, beautiful sunshine, and what a place. The hotel is stunning.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I've ever been to a location like this one. Like, it has already topped the books on the best location ever.
Well, enjoy the rest of your evening. It's going to be fantastic here. But let's talk about the legacy. I know that you do so much now, as a lot of these athletes do, is to look to give back through different ways after you finish your career, and you're certainly one of them, and the foundation lines up with that as well. And you must take so much out of that.
Absolutely. I think the sport is such a tiny bit of your career when you actually think about it. I mean, I retired when I was 23. I'm now 36, so a long time ago. And actually, life after sport, that's what it's all about, giving back. I run my own Learn to Swim program, so again, getting children into the water. I'm a patron at Women in Sport as well, which is a big thing in the UK. Just trying to get girls into sport is absolutely huge. Don't know what it's like around the rest of the world, but it's certainly a challenge in the UK, and one that we've got to break down.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of young... I mean, there's two things, I suppose. The first thing is being able to, and I know that you had this goal to make sure that every primary school kid could swim 25 metres, and that's a life skill that could save your life. And then there's another time through your teen years where a lot of girls especially fall away from sport, and I imagine that's a challenge that you're looking to take on and continue to inspire people to continue with sport.
Exactly, especially in swimming. Look, body image is huge in swimming. We are wearing a tiny bit of material that doesn't cover everything. You can't wear makeup, you can't do your hair. You're going through a stage in your life as well. You're hitting puberty. There is a lot going on for girls in sport, but actually, if we can keep them interested, if we can give them those role models, which are now so many fantastic role models in the sport, but if they can keep seeing it in the press, keep seeing it in the media, can see that actually girls can achieve in sport and have that dream, well then it's just going to benefit everyone, and especially the grassroots younger generation as well.
Yeah, we really saw that, and it's been paying off, especially for Great Britain ever since the 2012 Olympics, because that Olympic dream sort of ignites the the entire of Great Britain was like that, honestly. Remember the day before the Olympics in London when everyone was complaining it was going to be, it was going to be so much traffic, and then this Olympic fever took over, and it continues to pay off now with the athletes that come through, and it must be great to see.
Oh, absolutely. I still remember, certainly in the swimming pool, back in the 90s, we weren't winning any medals in the pool. So now it's like a given that we're going to win something, which is amazing. And especially from the whole of Team GB, I will say we're absolutely smashing it. And we're challenging these really big nations, which we're a tiny little country in the grand scheme of things.
Well, yeah, we've got 20 million people in Australia. You've got tons of people.
Land. You can have a 50-metre pool on every corner. We cannot.
That's true. Well, you know what? Enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for taking a quick chat to us.
Thank you.
And enjoy the Pho3nix Sport with Purpose Gala.
Thank you so much.
We'll head down now to Annette with another very big British star.
Yeah, I'm here with rugby legend and World Cup winning captain Lawrence Dallaglio. What are you most excited about his experience at tonight's Gala, Lawrence?
Well, it's just an incredible setting, an amazing venue for an incredible foundation. You know, the Pho3nix Foundation, and a wonderful sort of first gathering, I understand, of bringing lots of people together that share the same passion, really, of sport for purpose and sport for good. You know, it's something that has been key to my life through rugby, but also through the work that I do with the charity that I set up, Rugby Works, and helping every young person that you can, you know, make sure that they get the benefits and advantages that we've been lucky enough to experience. So it's incredible evening, and we've brought some gorgeous Swiss weather with us as well.
So, as you said, you dedicated most of your life after your career in your own charity, which helps young people excluded from school to find purpose through sports. So how do you find that aligning with the purpose of the Pho3nix Foundation?
Well, I think, listen, the Pho3nix Foundation is about helping every young person, and you know, to have the benefits and the enjoyment of the exposure of sport. I've chosen a very small and possibly quite niche section of society with kids that are excluded from mainstream education, and I believe that just because you're excluded from school, it doesn't mean you should be excluded from society. And you know, none of the young people that we work with are born bad. They're just born into quite chaotic circumstances, and I think what sport shows, and what the Pho3nix, you know, Foundation shows, is that with support and with the help of sports, you can turn anyone's life around and give them the necessary tools and the necessary kind of skills to you know, to go on and have a very successful and productive life.
So how beautiful is it to share that spirit tonight with so many athletes from all over the world and different disciplines?
Yeah, it is. It really is, because you know, there's a lot of people that talk about it, but then there's very few that actually go on and actually do it. And I think, you know, many of everyone in the room, whether they're in sport or business or life, have been successful. And with success comes responsibility, I think. And there's two things you guarantee in life. You know, we arrive in this world with nothing, and we all leave with nothing. And we all chase health, wealth and happiness, but the most important thing is about giving and about sharing, especially with the next generation. And that's why I'm deeply proud to be here to represent you know, the Pho3nix Foundation, and to do so with such a stellar cast is very special indeed.
Who are you most excited to meet tonight?
My table, of course, that I'm hosting. Well, listen, I mean, it's to meet Sebastian has been a real pleasure, and to understand what his vision for the charity is, and I mean that genuinely. And then obviously there is one or two sports stars that maybe have a bit more profile and you know, no less important in their relative disciplines. But yeah, I could pick on some of my own size, like a former world heavyweight champion, maybe, or something like that.
So enjoy an unforgettable evening. Thank you, Lawrence Dallaglio.
Thank you very much indeed.
Lawrence Dallaglio there, who is still broken my heart from a long time ago, the 2003 World Cup. And Glambot is in action. That is Ironman world champion Chris McCormack, who is looking extremely uncomfortable there to be in front of the Glambot, although some people are a lot more comfortable as the guests continue to join us here on the red carpet at the Pho3nix Sport with Purpose Gala. There's a chance to get dressed up, and if you're Flynn Thomas, have your manager push you out of the shot as well. The youngster who's been such a tennis prodigy over the years, trains with Roger Federer, if you don't mind, here in Switzerland. Oh, but he gets his own time as well. And he's grown with Pho3nix from a 12-year-old who was very nervous to be on camera to a man who can do it in slow motion now with no problem whatsoever. And the guests continue to come in. We've got about 200 coming in from all over the world to enjoy what is going to be an incredible night on a very warm evening here in Zurich. And I'm very jealous of this man's jacket too. I've seen him already. He's got the velour jacket on. There's no way that I could pull that off, but he certainly can. And one more, I think, coming through, and it is, let's see. Oh, it's the I thought he was going to do the James Bond. It's the CEO of the Pho3nix Foundation, being very serious indeed, Wojciech Krzyzewski, and alongside me right now, and it's not fair that he got to stand a little bit higher up the hill than me, is none other than two-time heavyweight boxing champion of the world, Anthony Joshua. I practiced that a few times in the mirror, actually, so I didn't mess it up because I'm quite intimidated.
You was amazing.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
Shall we swap places?
No, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's in your contract that you get to be taller than me. That's fine. You're, I guess, your humble beginnings through to what you've done in the sport. It's been pretty well documented, there's no doubt about that, and it's an incredibly inspirational story that you have. And there's a lot of parallels with what we do with the foundation here as well, and you must get so much out of what you do now to give back to all sorts of different charities and have people inspired by your story.
100%. Like being in a position or even just having the mentality to want to help others, it takes true character. And I think there should be a world championship for people like Pho3nix and the things that they're doing in communities, because, I don't know, first is always self. Charity starts at home, but when you get past that, I think that your heart opens to others, and I think they're amazing. My story is just one that I started off getting in a bit of trouble, and Great Britain boxing team, it's lottery funded, so it's kind of like a charity where they're helping people. They helped me get from being a grassroots amateur to the Olympics, from the Olympics to the World Championships. So being helped goes a long way.
Yeah, you've gone through every stage, and we have programs for kids as young as 5. We've got kids boxing at that age, and then we've got people going all the way through to the Olympics. And I guess, was there a point during your career where you started to see yourself as a role model and then start to look at what kind of legacy you could leave? Because when people say they start getting involved in charity, it causes them such a lot of happiness. But boxing's a very singular sport, so there must be a point in your career during which you had achieved so much and you thought, there's a lot that I can do for others?
Yeah, definitely. And I mapped it out straight at the start, believe it or not. So first and foremost, it was help the elder generation in the family, so help the aunties and uncles, mums and dads, granddads. Then it was like, we're going to help my generation because we're all young enough to work, and then but we're going to try and create for the youth. And then on the back of like our generation being able to work, when we started to multiply, we decided to also put some stuff back in communities where I wouldn't say it's most needed, but it's most appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that you've just been to Nigeria as well. What was that trip like?
So I didn't go to Nigeria personally, but the charity.
Oh, the charity did.
My sister actually went to Nigeria.
Oh, right.
And I've been so many times, but I saw online the amount of work they were doing there. And I get like a buzz watching online, even though I'm not there. They're doing amazing work. And that's the whole purpose of creating like a manifesto, an institution, is even when I'm not there or I'm not here one day, the organization will continue to thrive.
We've actually got a boxing academy that we call Tipo Boxing Academy, powered by Pho3nix there. And and you'll see it a little bit later tonight, the videos and stuff. But watching these kids who are 5, 6, 7 years old, and he takes them off the streets and teaches them boxing, and you would know this, that boxing seems to teach other skills for life so well.
100%. So believe it or not, I didn't go boxing to be a world champion or to actually compete. I just saw people doing it. My cousin was doing it basically. And I just said to myself, yo, actually looking after yourself mentally, physically, being conscious of what you eat, also being conscious of what you listen to shapes your environment. And I think boxing was the thing that kind of grabbed me and said, listen, sort yourself out, young man. If you're going to do anything with your life, it's not about what you do, it's about who you are. And I just wanted to sort myself out, and boxing was that pillar for me that helped me build everything that I am today.
Well, there's plenty of kids out there of all ages and who play all sports who are watching this right now. Some who have been attached to the foundation and some who are just watching it. And I'm sure you have like some advice that you give to people in terms of the not the physical game, but the mental game, man. And that would go for any sport.
Some advice.
Well, yeah, go for it. The floor is yours.
No, I want to hear what you have to say.
No, I don't have any advice, man. I've so far won 0 heavyweight world championships. Yeah. Okay?
Okay, I would say 2 things. Number 1, always ask for help. You never know who you're sitting next to, or you never know who you're going to meet. There's so many people out there that are good people. So just ask for help. You just never know what's waiting around the corner for you. If you ask for help, what do they say? Those who ask shall receive. So that's number 1. And then secondly, I would say, if you're in a position, offer help. So
Beautiful.
that way you create that chain reaction.
Love it. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me here on the telecast. Enjoy your evening.
I will.
All right, I know you will. Don't walk away with that, but if you do walk away with that microphone, no one's going to try and get it off you, all right? No one's taking it back.
Cool.
All right, see you, brother. Wow. I am so scared. Anyway, there's plenty more coming up. Anthony Joshua, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. Usain Bolt is going to be in the house very, very soon as well. And once again, I will be completely overwhelmed by that. And how about the galaxy of stars that have turned up to this incredible inaugural night that we're looking to have each and every year. And it'll be hard to find a place as beautiful as the hills above Switzerland, as the lake sparkles in the distance. We're going to head down now to Annette.
And with me is Sarah Blizzard from Australian track star to bobsleigh athlete. It's such a unique journey. How did that transition come about?
It actually happened really quickly. I was, like, as you said, I was a track athlete. I did track for 9 years, and then just one day I was asked, and 2 months later I went overseas to start bobsleigh, and I've been doing it for 6 years. So I was addicted to it from the start and kept going pretty much.
And now you're on the path to Winter Olympics, Milano Cortina 2026. What drives you as you are preparing for the Olympics?
That's definitely the goal. That's everything we've been aiming for. And last time, unfortunately, I was a bit unlucky and I was the alternate for the game, so I just missed out. So that definitely drives me a lot, but also I'm just so passionate about this sport. I love being an athlete. I'm so committed and I just want to make it happen, and that's what drives me.
And the Pho3nix Foundation has helped you on this journey and supported you, helping open doors. What's the importance of that support?
Well, unfortunately, bobsleigh is very expensive. It is a ridiculously expensive sport, so they definitely help with that side of it as well. But they also provide so many opportunities such as this, which is amazing. I would have never done this otherwise. So a lot of networking opportunities. I get to meet so many people and obviously have their support as well. So that means the world.
Can you tell us a little more about the Pho3nix Athletes program?
So they're supporting a lot of different athletes. Right now they're in the phase of their winter sport athletes and pretty much supporting them basically to try and qualify for the Olympics, whether they do or don't. Trying to get those up and coming athletes who are underfunded and undersupported in their sport, like myself, and trying to support them through to the games and beyond as well.
Now you're part of this gala where so many world-class athletes are here, but also rising stars. How is it for you to be part of that story?
I'm so excited to be here, honestly. Like I said, I've never been to anything like this before. There's some amazing athletes here, both developing and the stars already. So I'm very excited to meet some of them. And I think bringing everyone together in an event like this is such an important thing for both sides of the athletes as well.
Who are you most excited to meet tonight?
I don't know. That's a really good question. Obviously Usain Bolt, you have to. My fiance was like, no, Anthony Joshua. So for him, yeah, but I would say Usain Bolt. Like for everyone who's done track, he's an idol. So yeah.
So have fun tonight. Thanks a lot, Sarah Blizzard.
Thank you so much.
It is so good when you're doing a alpine sport that your last name is Blizzard. It was almost meant to be as the stars continue to arrive here on a beautiful autumn day here in Zurich in Switzerland. And I have another of the biggest names in sport alongside me, 2-time Olympic gold medalist in the triathlon. We just had Javier Gomez, and now we have Alistair Brownlee. So have we gone up a step or down a step if we had Javier and now Alistair?
Oh, I don't know. It was a long time since we raced each other, so I think we can be democratic about it now and be next to each other.
It is nice, though. I mean, when there's athletes like a Nicola Spirig is here as well, and obviously Pho3nix has a lot to do with triathlon, to see these faces again and in such a different environment.
Yeah, it is actually. I don't think I've ever seen some of the people I've seen here today wearing full black tie. I mean, I only wear it rarely, and so you're used to seeing these people running around in lycra. So actually, it's like you hardly recognise them. So it's nice, and it's always nice to catch up with people and have a chat and reminisce a little bit as well.
Sport, and we talked about it a lot with some of the other guests, is about connection as much as anything, and triathlon certainly has that really strong community. And how are you still attached to that? I know you're still training, but as you come out of the sport, was losing the community of the sport a difficult thing, or were you ready to move on?
I think there's loads of difficult things about moving on from sport. If it's been a massive part of your life, literally for 20 years in my case, in terms of the training, the community, the routine, it really is part of your life. So yeah, there's difficult parts. I think probably an example is I train with Johnny and actually some other guys 2 or 3 times most days, and now I still do a bit of training. I might train with Johnny once or a week or a fortnight. So those relationships are different for sure. And of course, it was fantastic traveling around the world, seeing people all the time. But yeah, I get to see them more socially now, which is even better.
I bet it is. But one thing that does take up a bit of your time and has been while you were still racing as well is through the Brownlee Foundation, and now with Pho3nix as well, is the kids triathlons. And I know that you get a lot out of that and put a lot into it, and I imagine that's something that really that you really enjoy.
Yeah, I'm very proud of the Brownlee Foundation, which has been going on for over a decade now. And over 80,000 children have done their first triathlon with us. About half of those, 40,000, have been supported through the work we do with the Pho3nix Foundation. So, that's amazing. And, we do a lot of work as well, the follow-on opportunities, helping those young people find more swim, bike, run opportunities as well. So, yeah, get to spend a bit more time on that, which is a big passion of mine.
Well, you were the very first athlete that Pho3nix ever signed, and now we have arrived here. And speaking of arrived, I think I've seen Usain Bolt in the background. He was so excited to meet Alistair Brownlee, I heard. So that's going to be a big moment for you two. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your night.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
All right, I appreciate it. We're going to head back down now to the red carpet where there are plenty of stars.
And I'm here with Maja Wloszowska, Olympic medalist and one of the country's most celebrated cyclists. And I like your earrings, actually. Quite similar, right?
Yours. I like yours. I think we can switch in the middle of the evening.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. But obviously we're not here for the earrings, but for a very meaningful purpose. How excited are you about being here tonight?
I'm extremely happy to be here in Zurich for Pho3nix Gala, because actually, that's the first time when we have the opportunity to meet the whole Pho3nix family. We have a lot of athletes supported by the foundation. We had a lot of people involved, and here we have the occasion to celebrate. That's the first thing, but also obviously to make our funds bigger so we can support even more kids around the world.
And in Poland, especially, the Pho3nix community continues to grow. How proud are you of that impact at home?
It's incredible. I did a little quiz for the kids. They could win the Pho3nix camp on the mountain bikes, and they were so involved. They really wanted so much to be part of it. They all got jerseys with Pho3nix logo, and it makes them proud, it makes them motivated, and it makes them happy, of course. So it's amazing to see how Pho3nix family is growing in Poland, and how it is inspiring the kids to do sport and to live sport.
And all those kids also need role models, as you are. How proud are you of that and being part of that story?
To be honest, sometimes I was thinking as an athlete that actually who cares? I'm winning the Olympic medal, that's fantastic for me, but who cares about that? And is there anything bigger than me staying on the podium? And actually there is something bigger, and whenever I meet the kids who get into the sport thanks to me, because they saw me, they met me somewhere, or they got the autograph, and thanks to that they are doing the sport instead of sitting in front of the computer or TV. That really makes my life meaningful. So it's really a huge pleasure and an honor to be part of all the Pho3nix activities and have that impact on the young generation.
You're absolutely right. Thanks a lot, Maja Wloszowska, and enjoy the evening.
Yes, thank you very much.
The sun continues to shine here and the stars have arrived, and John Stephenson, who's alongside me right now, Olympic silver medalist, along with Usain Bolt, is putting me off terribly. What's going on?
I ruined your
You
collar.
ruined my
I actually
collar. You did. Wait, can you fix it for me,
fix
please?
It up.
Jeez, please, man.
You're back.
There
you go.
You're back. I knew I could trust you, Usain. I knew I could trust you. You, on the other hand, no good.
Bro, I tried.
So I heard that after, even though you guys talked about this for a whole year, he didn't tell you that it was a black tie event.
Exactly. That's why I'm in a grey suit.
I think even if I told him, he'd still come in a grey suit.
No,
just to do something different than what I asked him for, without a doubt.
Don't do that.
Without a doubt.
Professional.
I'm telling
You're not
you. No, he's
professional.
professional, but just to spite me, he'd go, you know what, Jay? I'm going grey tonight.
Yeah, but you know what? He could. Who was going to say, excuse me, sir?
But check the wallabies on. He's got the black wallabies.
Yeah, you got loafers.
You know what I've learned? You know what I've learned?
What?
Athletes get away with not wearing those shoes.
100%
we
they
can
do.
wear anything we want on our feet. So I get away with it.
My friend, you can
Thank
wear
very
anything.
much.
If you turned up in your pajamas, would you like, sir, please come in? Although you strike me as a man who sleeps naked. Anyway.
No, he wears pajamas.
Does he?
Actually, yeah, but we were in Japan now, and they gave us pajamas.
Like flannelette pajamas?
Full pajamas.
Really?
Every night.
Really?
Every
Full
chance I
pajamas.
get.
Do they have like little, like bolts on them or something? Like,
No, I'm working on it.
Oh, you should get some.
Working on
I'll
it.
buy
Off
them.
air, I'm going to show you a picture. He had a full pajama set on the other night.
Yeah, he took
Oh,
a
yeah,
picture.
I don't know if I want to see that. Okay, but that's okay. Well, let's get to think. Look, how does it feel to be a part of this? You've turned up fashionably late. You're used to arriving in 9 seconds, but you turn up here
It's all
exactly when
John's
you
fault.
want. Exactly
It's all
when you
John's
want. But what a beautiful place and what a great purpose.
No, for me, it's wonderful. It's something that John's been calling me for years. It's something that every time he's at a camp, he calls me. He's saying, could you answer a few questions for me? Could you talk to the kids? So when he told me, listen, we're having this event, I'd love for you to come. I was like, bro, it's no problem. This is just a joy, and as you said, it's for a great cause, and I'm excited to be here.
Well, I've been there a couple of times when you've been on FaceTime, and the kids from the camps and stuff have seen you. And the Pho3nix Foundation is all about inspiration and being able to see someone who's done what you've done. Just maybe they can draw on that in times in the future.
Yeah.
That must be cool for you.
Yeah, for me, you try to inspire. That's it. That's the key thing. One of my greatest thing is going on even Instagram at times and see kids say, no, you inspire me. Not just kids, but just people in life. No matter what they're doing, they say, you know what, you inspire me to continue going. You inspire me to work hard, to never give up. So for me, it feels so good because I had an idol growing up, you know what I mean? I looked up to people. So it's so great that I can do that for others also.
And the future camps are just a link in the middle of the chain of that cycle, I suppose, where you come from assistance through to inspiration and giving something back. And you're a big part of that as a mentor and ambassador.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think Usain articulated himself really well when it comes to support and what the future looks like, you know. And I've been blessed. Obviously, he's a good mate of mine. We talked about this off air a lot. But at the same time, a lot of people don't see the stuff he does behind the scenes to encourage the youth of tomorrow to make sure that they be their very best. So, as you've seen on all the camps we've done, every time Usain's always talking to the young kids. And a lot of people don't know he's on the other side of the world in Jamaica. Sometimes he's late at night and make sure that he's on the call. So when we talked about being involved in this, and a lot of people don't know too, he was involved in the very first camp we did. He actually spoke to the kids.
I remember that.
Yeah, all that time ago. So to be now and to see the work that Sebastian, Wojtek, Chris, Trent, and all of yourself, Will as well, have put in to get Pho3nix to where it is today, it's pretty amazing, man. And to have the great man involved, the greatest sprinter of all times. I don't care what anyone tells me. 9-time Olympic gold medalist to be involved in this. Yeah, 9-time,
cool,
mate.
bro.
No, it's
Typing
9.
it up.
Can you watch yourself? How is it 8, mate? It's 9, okay?
10, man. 10. Whatever you want it to be, man. You can be whatever you want. Okay, that's the message here tonight. You can be anything.
That's it.
You can be anything. It's extremely cool that I know you get so much out of these things and giving back, and both of you. I mean, when you give, you get back twice in return, right? So you get a buzz out of it, and I know you do because you're up there, you know, peacocking around and getting really excited, and you get a lot of energy from that, and I'm sure that you do as well as you give.
One of my biggest things is when he sent me video of him coaching, because I never look at him as that person. You know what I mean?
He's very good at it.
Yo, technique, and I'm like, I've never seen you like this. You actually could do that job.
Yeah,
but he looks great. He's very knowledgeable. He's done this for years, and it's just a pleasure. You know what I mean? To see him just evolving and doing different things over time.
But I'm just saying, watch this space, because I reckon Usain's not far away. I reckon one lucky country, one lucky group of people
will come.
One
I
day.
reckon one day it's going to happen.
I feel like one day.
One day.
One day, I feel like I might be a coach.
Phoenix Camp
Initially-
2048.
No, what do you mean 2040?
All right.
It's a possibility. You never know.
All right, we've got to wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much
Cheers,
for
Will.
joining us. Enjoy your night.
It's a pleasure,
been an absolute pleasure. Absolutely. There's no doubt. And we'll head back down now to Annette.
Yeah, and here he is, James Corden. Hello, first of all. What does it mean to you to be hosting tonight's gala?
Well, it's a real privilege, you know. I don't think when you look at me, you necessarily think of sport or purpose, but I'm very pleased to be here, to be hosting it. I mean, it's such an amazing room, so many great people. So, yeah, it's going to be lovely. And it's myself and Laura Woods, who is one of the best sporting hosts in the world. So, hopefully we'll have a nice time and it'll be fun.
And how important is it to unite people and communities through sport?
Well, the amazing thing about sport is its unifying, its ability to just bring people together. And any charity that helps new generations of sport, not even just in terms of what they might go on and do as a career, but in terms of just discipline in their lives and what it can mean for them. It's an amazing charity. It's an incredible thing, and it will only grow and grow from this point, I'm sure.
What are you most looking forward to tonight's gala?
Well, we've got some amazing people in the room, like Anthony Joshua, Usain Bolt, Laura Adlington, Lawrence Dallaglio, and the list just goes on and on and on. So anytime you get to be in a room with people who really are, I mean, it's greatness, is a thrill for me, such a huge sports fan, you know.
So thanks a lot and enjoy tonight.
So much. Really nice to see you.
Thank you.
So good to see James Corden take the time to come here and host this event. He's one of the most wonderful MCs that you could possibly hope for, and we can't wait to get inside and enjoy that. And we have a lot of unique stories here at the Pho3nix Foundation and unique athletes that really inspire. And Reuben Roldan, parkour athlete from Spain, is certainly one of those, and he's showing certainly that you can break any kind of boundaries and set your own limits. And Reuben, you've been part of the Pho3nix Foundation for such a long time. How does it feel to be here tonight at the gala?
It's an honor to be here tonight with the Pho3nix team. I'm very grateful for all their support because we think it will be possible. It's a dream to be here to share my history and to show my 9 years old person that myself that with effort hard work everything is possible.
Yeah, and that not only your 9-year-old self, but also all the others out there. So Reuben lost one of his legs in a car accident, a tragic accident, and that hasn't stopped him from becoming one of the most incredible parkour athletes on the face of the planet, and a Guinness World Record holder 4 times. What was that like?
Well, that was a very surprise because when I was a child, I used to read that book with my friend, and I'm very happy to be part of this, to put my sport, the sport that I love, the parkour, on the book, and to do it with my team, Pho3nix team. So now I want to keep working hard and keep making dreams come true together.
That's right. 4 Guinness World Records is not enough. You can see that on our Instagram as well. Make sure you go to Pho3nix Foundation. You'll see a little bit of that. And I suppose when you represent Pho3nix Foundation, it really inspires the kids. And I know that you've said before, it's important to know nothing is impossible.
Parkour made me who I am today. The parkour helped me to do my life, helped me to super my accident. I am very happy to be part of the Pho3nix team and empower the child. So I'm very happy.
Well, we are very happy to have you here. Reuben, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
All right, how about that, Reuben Roldan? If you don't know about him, make sure that you look him up. And there is Anthony Joshua taking on Sebastian Kulczyk in an incredibly ridiculous mismatch. The founder of the Pho3nix Foundation taking on the 2-time heavyweight world champion, who looks like he's being attacked by a fly. But that's what everybody looks like when they're next to a heavyweight world champion. We're going to head back down now to the carpet, and I hope Annette is staying out of the firing range of those fists.
Definitely I am. I'm here with Bianca Bustamante. You arrived here yesterday evening. How impressed are you by the city and the beautiful hotel, Dolder Grand?
It's my first time here in Zurich. I've been in Switzerland a couple of times. My training camp is in between Geneva and Annecy, so I get to have the mountains and everything, but honestly this is just a whole new level for me. I mean, I stayed at the hotel, I got here last night and I was like so tired from the flight, I couldn't really take it all in, and then I woke up this morning and the blinds were open and I just had the view of the whole city and obviously a bit of the hotel, and it is absolutely breathtaking. Like, I can't stop smiling. Like, to be here right now, it's incredible, and to be surrounded by lots of the athletes and, you know, very important people in the sport, it's incredible. I'm so honored.
So you even speak a little French. On peut continuer en français ou pas?
I raced for a French team yesterday. They didn't really teach me many useful things, but I do know a couple of words like Bob l'éponge, SpongeBob.
That's very important.
Very apparently so, as I was taught. Yes, I do know that, and I know Baba Papa.
Yeah, it's like a... Baba Papa is like a comic person?
It's like cotton candy, candy floss. Baba Papa.
You know more than I do. So let's speak about the Filipino community, which is a big part of the Pho3nix Foundation. How proud does it make you to be a part of that and representing that community?
I mean, to always enter a room and being the only Southeast Asian, and let alone be the only Filipina, I've always found it so daunting. You know, I didn't have the confidence to be who I am and to represent my country because there's not many of us. And I've always believed in strength in numbers, and for you know, foundations and people like, you know, everyone in Pho3nix championing those Filipinos and everyone back home, it allows me to feel so much more at home, and not just that, have the courage to keep on fighting in what I do in my sport. And that's why, to me, it means everything. You know, to be an athlete is to inspire, it's to change. You know, it's to, yeah. I mean, what I think, looking back to where I came from and looking back at all my roots and everything that I've done all the way up to this point, you know, I started my journey in racing at the age of 3, and here I am today. It's because of everyone that's been behind me in those journeys, and the fact that Pho3nix is here today, and, you know, the fact that they've been here this whole time supporting everyone and all the athletes, it's the most important bit.
You have achieved so much in motorsports. Tell us some of the highlights, because it's such an impressive list.
So I hate to say it, you know, I hate the word the first, because for me, I don't want to be the first, I want to be one of many, but, you know, I was the first ever female driver in the McLaren development program, and, you know, to have waited this long to have a woman in the development program, to me, it's unheard of, but it is what it is, and to be the first means that there's going to be a next. So for me, that is my accomplishment, one of the biggest in my life, I'd say.
So it's so good to have you here tonight. Thanks a lot. Congratulations, Bianca Bustamante.
That is truly a next-generation athlete. Look out for Bianca Bustamante, who could become the first female in Formula One and also representing the Philippines as well, as the Glambot continues to do its work. And Chris Froome is looking a lot more James Bondish than Wojciech Krzyzewski did earlier on. That man knows how to work a camera the same way he knows how to take on some of the biggest mountains in the world as a 7-time Tour winner. And I think they're really getting the hang of the Glambot. There's no doubt about that. Some of the guests as they come through to head into what is an incredible ballroom and an event hosted by James Corden and Laura Woods. There is the finger guns from Anthony Joshua. No one is going to complain about that. He can do exactly whatever he wants during that. And who is next? Alistair Brownlee as well, looking just as suave. The 2-time Olympic gold medalist and one of the most influential athletes in Team GB history. And well, now we get the 2 shots as well. So people are really starting to enjoy that. And the vibe here is one of real positivity. And you've noticed that as the athletes have started to come through. And that's what happens when you start to give back and make sure that you are at a place where you can continue the legacy of work, as Sarah Blizzard and then Lawrence Dallaglio get a run through. And Lawrence was a bit solid there. He didn't really even move. He's a bit scared of the camera. That's okay. He said he wanted to take on Anthony Joshua later, so he's going to need to do a bit better than that. And Rebecca Adlington, who is one of the great swimmers from Team GB as well and continues in that Olympic legacy. And they just keep on coming, don't they? Some more of the guests doing the turn. I think they saw Chris Froome do the turn. They thought that looked very, very good. As we continue to, I guess, get towards the end of it, because the gala itself is going to start very, very soon. And we're going to be on, and they continue to enjoy it down here. And I think probably the champagne's been flowing a little bit as well, so that probably helps things, no doubt, for the Glambot. We didn't actually see Annette Fitzgerald's Glambot, which is disappointing, because she did record one earlier on in the day and then I think immediately said that we weren't allowed to put it on air. I think that's maybe what happened. But we'll see. You know what? We're just going to find out right now, because she's standing right next to me, which is why I said that. You've been having a lot of fun down there. How was all of that? There was just so many big names.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. What a night. And the night is far from over. It's actually just beginning. The gala is just about to start.
It is just about to start. And I guess who was your favourite chat just then, because there were so many, and the vibe down there, and I've been standing up here at the hosting position, was fantastic. He was watching all the athletes just loosen up and really get into the spirit of what this is all about.
Exactly, it was absolutely amazing to just be able to be speaking to all of them, and everyone has his own history, and that was amazing.
You can really see how the cause of the Pho3nix Foundation and how the Pho3nix Foundation works is kind of struck a nerve with people. Like, I remember listening to Lawrence Dallaglio, for example, and he was really inspired by what Pho3nix does, and all of the athletes, because they do their own legacy work, but Pho3nix is obviously a lot of crossover there.
Exactly. I also spoke to Nicola Spirig, who has a long history with the Pho3nix Foundation, and she was just so happy to be a part of it and for all the work they did together. And yeah, she was just proud to be here tonight, and it's going to be just a night to celebrate all of that.
That's absolutely right, because Nicola's one who, just like Alistair and Javier, have these incredible triathlon programs that Pho3nix runs, so she's really gotten a lot out of it over a lot of years, and so have I, being able to stand next to all these people and hear some of their stories as well.
Yeah, that was impressive. But I'm sure you want to hear my Swiss German again.
I would love to hear. Please tell it down the camera. You can say anything about me that you want, because I have no idea. Go for it.
Alles, was ich gerne noch möchte, ist mich ganz, ganz herzlich bedanken, auch bei Ihnen. Die Heiß ist ein wundervoller Abend gewesen, und wir sagen für den Moment Tschüss aus Zürich.
Okay, well, I think that was a goodbye for now. Was it?
Goodbye for now.
Okay, so I better say that in English as well. That wraps us up from here at the Dolder Grand. We have had an incredible night. There's a true galaxy of stars heading into that building to raise awareness about what the Pho3nix Foundation does and the many programs that it runs all across the world, with over 1.5 million children now touched in one way or another by one of those programs. Long may it continue. Please, if you want to be part of the movement yourself, go to pho3nixfoundation.com, find out about what Pho3nix does, but also go to Pho3nix Instagram. There'll be plenty of clips from the night as it continues, so there'll be some interesting footage going up on there, no doubt, and find a way that you can be a part of the movement no matter where you are in the world. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you at the next one.